We've done our first heat up cycle. So based off of Edelbrock's recommendations, after the first heat up cycle, we let it cool back down to room temperature, and then we're going to retorque each of the stud nuts. Hi, Warren.
Is the video going? Is the video going?
Yep. You want to come over and torque?
Sure. Wait, what do I have to do?
You have to turn this right here until it goes click.
Wait.
You want to?
Oh, sure.
Hold on. Let me hold this here. Okay. Pull. No, that way. That way. Want me to help?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, there. See? Okay. Move on to the next one. Ready? Okay. Hold. Woo! Very strong position there. Okay, so that's 55. Now we take it up to 60. Okay, that's all for this side. The other side, I won't bore you with that. Same thing, other side. Okay, we've got everything hooked up, we've got everything torqued down. Now we're gonna fill up the bowls
And also,
with gas.
and when my dad turns the engine on, we're gonna see if the gas tank fills up, because last time it didn't when he was working with a friend, and they tried 2 times and they didn't make it. So now he's trying to. Hopefully he will get it this time because he's putting in extra gas.
Well, we'll see. Maybe we should actually, perhaps it will work. I don't know. Maybe we should actually hook it up. I don't know. I just kind of want to get the second heat cycle in.
I don't even know what a heat cycle is.
A heat cycle is when you run the engine long enough so that you start to feel heat on the heads of the engine.
But last night it caught fire, but
Can
no,
you pick that up for me?
it was okay. Everything was okay. The fire was okay because his friend blew it out. Oh, it's leaking.
I know. Get it.
Nice holding.
I'd rather you not get gasoline all over yourself.
I already got some on.
I know. It'll evaporate. We'll wash our hands when we get inside.
And plug your ears.
Okay. Now, let's turn this thing over.
Dad.
Ready? I need that. Here we go.
Can I count from 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. Okay.
hanging.
Now let's try.
Okay, we're gonna fill it up again.
Yeah, it didn't fill up the last.
I'm glad it started so quickly and easily.
Can I sit on the wheel right here?
Okay, Warren, we're going again.
What?
We're going again.
Dad, can I press the button?
Sure.
Wait.
Hurry up.
Oh.
Push down on this button right here.
Wait, do I keep
Right
on
here.
holding it?
Nope, you just until it starts. Push it again until it starts. Okay,
Why did that stop?
because it ran out of gas. And that's okay, that's what we wanted it to do. We just wanted it to get, yep, there we go. Got heat on those cylinders,
Dad, can we go?
cylinders.
Hi, I'm Warren. Oh, that's my dad.
Okay, all right, that's the second one. We're gonna find out what's going on with this fuel pump. So the things that I suspect are happening is the push rod that's in here may not actually be on the cam lobe so that it's not physically moving up and down. That's the first thing I'm gonna check to make sure that there is movement of the cam lobe up and down, and therefore the push rod up and down. If it is moving up and down, then I'm gonna check the length of that push rod to make sure that it's not too long, too short, so it's actually actuating the mechanical arm inside of the pump, which is in here. So I'm gonna get started with this, and of course I've installed it and RTV'd it down, so probably gonna be a pain in the butt, but here we go. Let's figure out what's going on. The push rod is pushing it up. So when I installed it, you see, I actually have to physically push it down. So I know that the arm of the pump is moving up and down because that's making it move right there. And that's more than it actually needs to move. So it may be too long of a shaft push rod coming up, so the arm is kind of already at its top motion. So let's take the whole thing out and see what's going on. But like I said, we're gonna test this push rod first. Okay, let that hang. So this is that push rod, as I was saying. And I'm gonna look down inside and make sure that it is, well, let's just turn the engine over and make sure that it's going up and down. Watch right here and see if it's going up and down. Yeah, it's moving. So let's see if our rod is too long. We'll take a measurement, we'll get that out of there. We'll take a measurement of it and see if possibly a smaller rod is the way to go. Try not to open our gasket here. I probably have another one. There we go. There's that. Let's do some math and find out what our length should be. I did the math. The push rod that is in here, one, we saw it is moving. So it is sitting on the cam. I took a measurement of the push rod itself and it is the 8.87 inch overall length push rod, which is the longest one that is supposed to be for this engine. Now, when I put it in there and rolled the engine over till it was at the highest point on the cam, I put this down over top of it and tried to manually push down to see how much pump action it was doing. And it was actually very little. So I haven't found anything about this specific intake requiring an extra long push rod, but it wasn't long enough. I don't think it's long enough, because when I would push it with my finger, with my thumb, it had a lot more travel and made a lot more pumping noise. So what I did, and I don't know if it's a good thing or not, I extended the length of the push rod by Loctiting on a couple washers to give it a little more thickness. And it seems to have made for more pumping action. However, it's still not drawing fuel into the fuel pump. Off to the forums I go. So, from what I understand, this isn't a real strong pump, and I think I need to prime it. I think I need to force gas down the hose, into the bowl, and into the pump itself, and then see if it pumps. But to do that, I'm going to need to reconnect it all to the engine so it just doesn't spray out and make a huge mess. So that's what we're going to do now. Now, going to force, with my little bottle, gasoline into the tube, and then you should see it start to fill the glass bowl. There it goes. Okay, so we've got a leak from the glass bowl. Okay, good to know. Okay, so we'll bring this down low and empty it back down into the gas tank. All right, so we need to tighten it up, get that seal really tight. That may have been why we couldn't prime it, or it couldn't self-prime, because we need to have a good tight seal here. And of course, being careful that we don't, because it is glass, we don't want to tighten so much that it shatters. Okay. Is it also coming out of here? I don't know. All right, let's try again. It's going up inside there now. One of the things I'm going to do as well is use the brilliance of Mr. Bernoulli and have my gas tank higher than the pump. So let's see if this configuration helps me get gas up into the engine. I have not primed the carburetors. I'm just going to spin it over, see if fuel gets from there to there. And if it starts, great. It might start from residual, I don't know. But if it keeps running, we know we've got gas. Here we go. Well, it started. try again. Let's squirt. See. Well, it's squirting. There's some gas in the hole. Let's try again. Okay, we've got a fuel pump. Yay! Now we just need to make it stop leaking. Yeah. Okay, yeah, that'd be good. Not leaking gas would be great. It's not leaking anymore. It's amazing what tightening everything up will do. So we've got everything running. Everything about the engine is now operating. Next step is to get the radiator installed, get the coolant installed into the engine block headers or heads. That way we can do our cam break-in, which is where we have to run it at elevated RPMs for about 20 minutes. That's going to break in the cam lobes with the flat tappets that are lifting the valves. So progress, progress, progress. This is great. I'm very excited. I'm very happy. I feel like I've accomplished something, which is rare in an engineer's life when I just push paper from one side of the desk to the other. So yay, I feel smart. Yay.